Hi there, and today I'm going to be making some UK style level crossing lights based around this really cool vintage Lego piece. So you might be wondering why I think this piece is so cool. Well, it was based around the 9-volt system. So this piece came out in 1986 and ran till 1997. It was only ever in 18 sets. 15 of those sets it came in white, and only 3 of those sets came like this in black. And it was 9-volt. You can see underneath there's some metal contacts, and you'd use it with one of these 9-volt battery boxes, which also the middle studs have metal contacts down each side. You might be able to just see glistening there. And you didn't have to unscrew them in those days. You just pop the bottom panel off and there's your 9-volt battery inside. When you pop it on top, the metal contacts underneath the light make contact with the metal studs. If you turn it on, there's your lights. The really cool thing about it, I think, is that if you turned it round and put it back on, when you turn the power back on, it flashed. So you can either have flashing or steady. The other cool thing is you got these coloured covers on them, so you could change the colour of your light. So there's a red one, there's a yellow one. You can change the colour of the light. So UK style level crossing lights flash, as you can see in this video. So there's a yellow light underneath and then 2 red lights above. The yellow light comes on initially on steady, so not flashing, to warn you that the barriers are coming down. Then the red lights start flashing, and that's when the barriers come down, and then they continue flashing the whole time the train's coming along. So I thought, as these flashed from left to right, it would be the perfect piece to use for a UK style level crossing. So first of all, we need to stick our red covers on it, and then we're going to build up a little panel around it like that. So use some 2x4s, and then make this a bit more secure. Add some more paneling around there, and put some 1x4s down the sides. Then just for strength behind, we're going to put in some 1x2s there and there. So now you can see we've just got that square hole left, and you can just see the metal contacts of our light underneath there. So there you go, there's our double red light. Now for the yellow light, we're not going to be able to make that working, otherwise it'll be on at the same time as the red ones. So I've just got a 1x2 jumper, and we're going to put one of these yellow lights on top, so it won't actually light up, but it'll give us the impression. But once the red lights are flashing in the actual lights, the yellow light doesn't come on, so that's all I really want, is the red light flashing. And we're going to put some 1x1s here just to pad it out. And then, following the style of our UK, we have red and white. See, that yellow light's just gone flying across the room. So it's okay, I've retrieved the yellow light which went flying across the room, so we'll reinstate that. And as I was saying, so it had the red and white border on the actual light, so we're replicating that using 1x1 tiles here, so they're nice and smooth. Then obviously in the corner, a fairly recent piece addition to Lego, actually we need it this side, don't we, is these 1x1 quarter circles. So we're going to go with those in the corner, then continue the pattern around. And then when we get to the opposite corner, get a red one, and then again continue the pattern. And then in the corners again. And there we have a pretty good representation of what our level crossing lights look like, with the board around it, red lights at the top, yellow light at the bottom. Then all we need to do, obviously that now can't fit directly on here, but the 9-volt system had these clever cables, which were just extensions. You can see the metal contacts on these underneath and above. And all you needed to do on these is connect them to the battery box and then connect them to your item, which we said we had these contacts behind, and then hopefully there we have flashing. If this was the other way around, obviously they would both be on continuously, but we obviously want the flashing way, so we'll put them that way around. The other items you got in this system were plates like this with contacts in, so you could build that into your models and then put these items on top if you didn't want the extension lead showing. And then what we're going to do is get a bar piece with two 1x2s on top, so that can sit in the middle, and we'll put that on the back here like so, and then we can place that on our baseboard, and we've got a set of flashing lights. But of course you can't just have one, can you? So here we have another set. So there we have two sets of flashing level crossing lights ready to go on a Lego train set. Another thing, if you're not familiar with the old 9-volt system, is that these connectors, you can pop them off, and they are compatible with the power functions extension cable. So although those connections won't match up with each other, if you look underneath, this light grey one has a different connector. So you can pop those together, and that now is electrically connected to the power function system. If we turn this one back round, and we get a power functions battery box, and we click this on top, you'll see that if you turn this on, you get the same result. So even if you don't have the old 9-volt battery boxes, you can run these off power functions, and then you can remote control them using the infrared receivers and things like that, and fully integrate it into a modern power functions setting just using the old 9-volt flashing piece and an extension cable. So there we have it. When these go into my soon-to-be Lego City, I'll do another video. I also have the old 12-volt level crossing system, which has single red flashing lights, so I'll probably be using those gates which you can go up and down using the 12-volt system, but use these as my lights for the crossing. So there you have it, UK style level crossing lights. Please comment if you have any comments to make about these, and remember to subscribe to my channel for further Lego videos.